Welcome to the Deep Dive, your shortcut to being well-informed. We cut through the noise, find those essential nuggets of knowledge.
And today, wow, we're going way back.
We really are. We're taking this truly epic journey into one of humanity's oldest collections of wisdom, the Rig Veda.
It's incredible stuff, not just old, but this like vibrant mix of myth, philosophy, devotion.
Yeah, exactly. A whole tapestry and surprisingly relevant even today.
So our deep dive, it's focusing on specific hymns from the Rig Veda.
Yep.
And our mission really is to unpack these verses, find the, surprising stories, the powerful insights.
We're looking closely at Indra, a huge figure in Vedic mythology.
Right, Indra, but also some other fascinating cosmic players and ideas too.
The goal here is simple. Give you a clear path into this foundational text.
Yeah, show you how these ancient people thought about their gods, the universe, their place in it all.
And Indra, well, his first impression in these hymns, it's pretty intense. He bursts onto the scene, this earthshaker, thunder wielder, born divinest, it says, with ample strength and mighty powers.
You feel the force of his arrival, definitely.
And his birth wasn't just, a family event. It was cosmic.
Completely. The verses say, before the high god, at his birth, heaven trembled, earth, many floods, and all the precipices.
Wow. So his very appearance shook the foundations of reality.
It suggests he wasn't just inheriting power, he was power, reshaping things just by arriving.
Okay, so let's get into his most famous act, the one everyone knows him for.
The big one, slaying the dragon, Vritra, Vritrahanta, the dragon slayer.
Right, and the hymns describe this moment. It's poetic. It caused the milch kind to issue from the streaming udder.
The cows, symbols of wealth and nourishment.
And the rivers, they swiftly set themselves in motion. He freed the prisoned ones to wander at their will.
So Vritra, you have to picture him as this like cosmic obstruction, a dam.
Holding back life.
Exactly. Holding back the waters, the abundance. So when Indra kills him, it's not just winning a fight.
It's releasing potential.
It's unleashing fertility, ensuring the flow of life, a fundamental act of generosity, really, setting the cosmic order right.
But he wasn't just the generous order bringer. He was also, well, terrifyingly powerful.
A fierce protector, absolutely. Battle-hardened.
People invoked him constantly, right? Men in combat, risking everything.
His warrior side is huge in the hymns. And it wasn't small skirmishes. He was taking down serious fortifications.
Like summers of forts.
Yeah, nearly 100. The text says 90 and 9 together, and utterly the 100th habitation, all to help a human king, Devadasa Attafigva.
And he crushed Susna's fortresses too, seized his supplies, slew huge numbers.
Like 100,000 on the 5 of Dasa Varsan, or sending 30,000 Daisius to slumber.
Daisius being sex.
Yeah, often interpreted as native populations or just enemies, hostile groups. It shows an overwhelming force against perceived threats.
He even overthrew 100 fortresses of stone for Devadasa again. It's relentless.
What's really striking, though, is his willingness to fight for mortals, even against other divine beings.
That part is wild. Not even all the gathered gods conquered the Indra in the war.
Right, when thou didst lengthen days by night, he bent the rules of time itself.
And another place says, when fighting singly, Indra, or camest all the furious gods singly.
It suggests this unique position, maybe above the fray or just that much stronger.
So what happens when he does clash with another god? Like Usas.
Usas, the dawn goddess, heaven's daughter. The hymn says she was lifting up herself in pride.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Indra wasn't having it. He apparently smashed her chariot and she fled affrighted from her ruined car.
So even Dawn herself had to bow to his power.
It demonstrates his, well, unchallenged authority, not just over humans or demons, but within the pantheon itself. He could even resist the overflowing stream who spread her waters or the land. An unstoppable force.
Okay, so we've seen Indra, the cosmic champion, the destroyer, the order keeper, but there's this other crucial side.
Yes, the provider, the giver.
This brings us to his title, Magavan, the bounteous giver.
He gives everything. The hymns list strength of varied sort, intelligence and wisdom, cattle, splendid riches, treasures.
Heroic vigor, good roads, and perfect safety. It's comprehensive, not just war spoils, but actual prosperity and well-being.
And the way he gives is interesting, too. He's Magavan giver who pauses not to think.
Impulsive generosity.
Almost inherent. His gracious bounties flow can't be stopped by 100 hinderers. It just pours out.
There's a catch, isn't there? It connects to human action.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Explicitly. To him who toils and presses soma juice for thee, Thou quickly givest ample wealth.
And that brings us right into the heart of their ritual life, this sacred economy.
This give and take, this reciprocity between humans and the divine. And at the center of it all,
Soma.
Soma, the gladdening stalk, the sacred juice, the brew they press as an offering.
It sounds like fuel for the gods, or at least for Indra.
It really does. The texts are clear. Indra rejoiceth in the Soma. It energizes him, makes him powerful enough to burst open in strongly guarded wealth.
So the human effort of preparing Soma, that's what gets his attention.
It attracts thee to usward, yes.
Hmm.
It draws him in. But there's a flip side, a serious one.
Uh-oh.
No brother, kin, or friend to him who pours not. If you don't make the offering,
He's not your friend?
worse.
Rah.
He draws away his wealth and slays him naked. It's a stark contract. Offer Soma, get bounty and protection. Don't offer, and face the consequences.
It's a powerful quid pro quo, which makes the story of how humans got Soma so important.
The journey of the falcon, Shaina.
Right. This divine bird fetches the Soma, the god-loved oblation, from way up in yon loftiest heaven.
Brings it down to Manu, this sort of archetypal human ancestor.
And it's described as this incredibly dangerous flight. Strong pinion with no car to bear him.
Fleet as thought, dodging malignities on the way. It's pure mythic adventure.
There's a detail about an archer.
Cruthano, yeah, a guardian of the celestial Soma. He aimed and loosed the string to strike him.
Did he hit him?
No, he missed. But apparently a single feather fell from the falcon during the flight.
What does that signify?
It's often interpreted as the origin of a particular plant, maybe even the Soma plant itself on Earth, or just a symbol of the risk, the sacrifice involved in bringing divine gifts down to the mortal realm. It shows how precious Soma was.
Okay, moving from Soma, there's another really fascinating group mentioned. The Arbus.
Ah, the Bus, yes. Sons of strength, skillful ones, the god's expert artificer.
Divine craftsmen, what kind of things did they make? It sounds like they were miracle workers.
They really were. Their powers were extraordinary. Get this. They made their own parents young again forever.
But wait, reversed aging? Their parents were described as lying like posts that molder?
Exactly. So they had this incredible restorative creative power. Mastery over life cycles, maybe.
That's mind-blowing. And then there's the story of the chalice.
Right. They took a single chalice, Pifastar's creation.
Trostar being the main divine craftsman.
Yeah, kind of the god's go-to artisan. And the Arpus somehow made this single cup fourfold, multiplied it.
How did Trostar react?
Well, the text says he approved this reed of yours, O Arpus, but
What?
he was moved with envy.
Huh. Even the gods get jealous of superior skill.
It seems so. It adds a very human touch, doesn't it?
It really does. And their work wasn't just these, like, specific miracles. They did large-scale stuff, too.
Oh, yeah. Big stuff.
Yeah.
After resting for 12 days, it says, they made fair, fertile fields. They brought the rivers. Plants spread o'er deserts. Waters filled the hollows.
They were terraforming, shaping the world.
Pretty much. And they also made other key divine items. The swift car, bearing heroes, the mysterious cow omniform, and even Indra's horses, his docile steeds.
So they made Indra's chariot horses.
Apparently so. Their skill was just immense.
But the most amazing thing about them, for me?
Their immortality.
Yes. They achieved immortality through their labors. They weren't born immortal.
Exactly. This is huge. It suggests that divinity, or at least immortality, wasn't just inherited. It could be earned.
Earned through skill, through work, through creation. That's a really different perspective on godhood.
It totally flips the script, doesn't it? It puts immense value on craftsmanship, on effort, on maybe human potential reaching divine levels.
So Indra's might, Soma's power, the Arbus's skill. What holds all this together? Is there an underlying principle?
There is. It's the concept of eternal law, or ta.
Raita. Okay. What is that exactly?
It's like the fundamental cosmic principle. It governs order, truth, the proper functioning of the universe, everything.
And it's beneficial.
Very much so. It's the source of varied food that strengthens. Thinking about Ada removes transgressions. Its power is active.
The text even says, the praise hymn of eternal law hath oped the deaf ears of the living. It sounds incredibly powerful.
It is, and it's universal. Firm-seated are eternal law's foundations. To law belong the vast, deep earth and heaven. Everything is grounded in it.
Even Indra.
Even Indra. He operates within it. The hymns say, fixing eternal law, he too upholds it. He might be mighty, but he's part of this larger, inherent cosmic structure. Atta is the bedrock.
So when you pull all these threads together, Indra, Soma, the Arpus, Arita, What does it tell us? Why does this ancient stuff matter now?
Well, I think the Rig Veda offers these surprisingly timeless insights, into human needs and dreams that haven't really changed.
Like the desire for a strong protector? When things feel chaotic or dangerous?
Absolutely. That's Indra. And the hope for prosperity, for wisdom, for things to just work well in life. That's Bhagavan, the giver.
And the belief that we can actually influence things, that our actions, our devotion can connect with something bigger.
Yeah, that idea of cosmic reciprocity through Soma. And the whole concept of Atta, this underlying order we can align with.
And their Orbus story. That's just fascinating. Achieving divinity through skill, it offers such a unique take on human potential, doesn't it?
It really does. It kind of blurs the lines, suggesting maybe our own creativity, our own hard work has a spark of the divine in it.
So how did these ancient people grasp these, let's be honest, pretty complex ideas?
Through stories, right? The power of narrative.
The dragon slayer freeing the waters.
The jealous god artisan.
The brave falcon bringing the sacred drink.
These dramatic details, these characters, they made the theology memorable, engaging, just like good stories still do for us today. They bring this ancient world to life.
And that's really why we do these deep dives, isn't it?
I think so.
To show that these texts, even thousands of years old, they aren't just relics. They hold profound insights into, well, us.
Into the human condition, our ongoing search for meaning, for connection, for understanding our place in the cosmos.
It's like looking in a very old but very clear mirror sometimes.
Yeah, you see the same fundamental questions being asked, the same hopes and fears reflected back. It shows how much persists across millennia.
So here's something to maybe mull over after listening. Think about stories or figures from other cultures, ancient ones you might know, or maybe want to explore.
Where else do you see these deep connections drawn between what people do, their actions, their rituals?
And cosmic consequences. Big outcomes. It's a good reminder, isn't it, that we're still asking a lot of the same fundamental questions they were asking all those centuries ago.